So, hold on, let me sort myself out a bit more. Yeah, that's better. So today, yeah, I'm not actually streaming anything apart from I just want to chat about things. Um, it's 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 a sad day for me, and like not so much sad for me. It's sad for my people, really. I'm gonna be working on it's it's just there's so much going on, so much going on. Then got to deal with the unrest that's around places while we're dealing with mad virus. And I don't really know how to deal. Well, I do know how to deal. To keep on going. I've got to keep on going for my family. But you know, when you're thinking to yourself, am I in an alternative reality? Everything that's going on now, really real life? Um, okay. As you can see, I'm doing something pretty badly. Down. There we go. So, as you can see, um, this is going to be my stream. If you don't want to talk, I understand. If you do want to talk, talk to me. I can tell you some stories about why I'm so tired about things. Um, because I am tired. To be honest, badly tired. Move that down one more. That's good. Yeah, I'm decidedly. Yeah. So I know this is going to be. This is not what I'm accustomed to. I'm not accustomed to doing things like this. I'm normally used to being a happy, cheery person and playing a game, having a laugh at myself, and so on and so forth. But today I've been reflecting about a lot of things. I've um, had to have a bit of a Facebook call on my personal, which is I'm not even used to doing. But the fact that some people think it's right cause, or they're so taken back by their own, or they feel guilty, they act a certain way, which isn't really cool. When you think of it, any which way you look at it, not cool at all. Quite sad. It's like, okay, I am actually on. That's good. Yeah, they feel guilty and that they they want to, as my cousin would put it, what about? what about this? Or they want to take the wrong way of things, or the wrong way from how I look at things. You've got to remember when you're talking to people and everything, it's how you would observe it. Not how they would observe it, it's how you would observe it. Yeah. And I see things a certain way because of my culture. That's one of the things I will say. Um, I don't think racism is the right word to use. That's where, to me, we're all one race. We're all the human race. I'll probably repeat this over the next couple of hours. But I believe we're all one race. We're all the human race. We have different cultures. We bring different things to the table. Yeah? Like me being Jamaican or Caribbean, the Jamaican and Bajan heritage. Bajan is Barbados. Big shout goes out to Maxwell House. Big up, big up. Yeah, I'm doing something a bit weird here, so bear with me. But yeah, I will bring jerk chicken, and I will say proper macaroni cheese, hardo bread, and then my wife, who is English, she'll bring a nice cup of tea. That's so stereotypical, isn't it? I love tea though. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Everyone loves a cup of tea. I should actually ask her for a cup of tea because I think she might actually make me one, or she might send me packing. But anyway, one thing I will say, I love the image that's there, but I will say the end divisiveness. If you look at my title, it says Black Lives Matter 2. I think if you put the words 2 straight after it, people can't come with their, well, all lives matter. They can't come with that. Because of course all lives matter. It's not like I'm saying any life is below any life. But in society right now, as it is, black lives don't matter. They don't matter. From when this COVID, this virus situation, this virus situation disproportionately affects people of my culture, that's not a good look. When people of my culture have to work harder in less paid jobs to get by, that's not right. Yes, I'm not, obviously I'm upset. I can't say that I'm not upset. Yeah. But what I can say is that I have not got a chip on my shoulder. Maybe in a way I'm a little bit desensitized to it because I just try to crack on with life because that's what you got to do. You can't do anything other than crack on. Yeah, you have to crack on. But don't get it twisted. I understand. Like, if me and my wife go into a shop, now we're not holding hands. We don't hold hands all the time. We are in love, of course, but not that in love. But anyway, the honeymoon period wore off ages ago. But if we walk into a shop, yeah, I can guarantee she can go one way, and I'll normally go somewhere like if you go into a clothes shop, she'll go to the women's section because I don't really want to look at bras and easy cappy. I don't really want to look at. That's you, mate. But yeah, she'll go to the bras and all that kind of stuff to look at her underwear, and I'll walk over to the menswear. And I can guarantee I'm the one who gets followed by the security guard, not her. Yeah, I don't go woman shopping either. I have to go shopping with the woman. There's a big difference there. There's a big difference. But I like when I walk past people out on the road. You can hear me say I'm from London. From London, South London. That's why I say certain phrases in certain ways. I walking out on road, people walk past me. They'll either look at me funny, make a little bit of extra distance, or clutch their bags or belongings a bit harder because obviously I'm a black man. I have to go and steal their stuff. That's not a normal way to live. And that is institutional racism right there. That is what it's about. Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to change overnight, because of course it's not going to change overnight. But steps need to be taken for society to change. Because right now, as I see it, society cannot carry on as it is. It's not working properly. I'm not saying we got to loot and pillage everything and destroy everything. It's not about that. It's not about that at all. We have to unite. We have to stand together. We have to realize united we stand and divided we fall. Which is nice to see that's happening in America. That people are united. The outrage about George Floyd, RIP. That's why I'm doing this today. Because I am tired and I want to show solidarity. And if you noticed, I'm not even playing FIFA. I want to be playing FIFA because I got to get a card. Dax can say whatever he wants, yeah? He can say, that is amazing! That's all good. But as long as you realise that Black Lives Matter too, that's all I really worry. I want to send a big shout out to all of the support that people are giving this cause. Like Bungie, they tweeted, talking about Sachs. Bungie, they tweeted Black Lives Matter. And they've done their thing. Sony, they've held off on their conference. Said other people need that voice, not us. Yes, there's a lot of entitled and privileged people who say, well, we need the games to get over all this rubbish. Well, no, because you need to listen. You need to realise that there is people out there in a lot more hardship than you are. I'm not in a place I would like to be as a person. There's a lot of space for me to grow. Not my belly, but me as a person. There's a lot of space for me to grow, and that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to make myself grow, trying to better myself. But a lot of the people complaining about Sony not doing their thing, Bungie not doing their thing, Activision not doing their thing with Call of Duties and so on and so forth, they don't get it. They just don't get it. Because if they got it, they'd understand. If they was the ones who was out driving in their car, I drive a BMW. It's not a new BMW. I'd say, Cappy, you have to take note of what's happening around the world. Yeah, you can't overdose on it. Can if you watch too much of it, but you have to know what's going on. If you don't know, you're not informed. And if you're not informed, people can bamboozle you. Like, yeah, it feels that way badly. It does totally feel that way badly. Yeah, because it's at the moment how things are. I'm a bit of a political head. I try not to be too political, but it's gonna be political because capitalism has got us to where we are now. Yeah, and people say capitalism. Don't get it twisted. We need some economy. We need, because that's how society is set up. Society is set up all about money, all about that paper. Yeah. But the way I see it, not everyone is eating out here. Some people are having to go food banks. Some people are homeless. Yeah. Some people have to choose between heating their house or eating a cold can of beans to survive. and everything like that, it can't carry on. It can't. Something has to change. I'm not saying it's gonna, as I keep saying, it's not gonna change overnight. There's no way it's gonna change overnight. I'd say in with regards to Corona, yeah, it is safe to go outside, yeah, but you have to be a germaphobe about everything. A germaphobe is like, well, it's a phobia, but you're not gonna go and touch everything. You're gonna be careful about what you're doing. Yeah, it needs common sense, and I'm sad, as you probably noticed now, common sense ain't that common at the moment. It's it's vacated. Yeah, and it's become so sad that we are where we are now. Yeah, it's become so sad where we are now. We don't need to be. Yeah, I know. Don't get it twisted. I've got trust issues as well, bro. Yeah, like I have severe trust issues at time. Yeah, I think, and I have other issues as well. Like I believe that if things start going well in my life, I start looking for the thing that's going to go wrong because I know I can't have too much goodness. Something's going to go wrong in my life. And then when it's go wrong, I've already half expected it. But in the same way, it's a type of self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if I keep looking for that thing that's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong. And that's what I need to get over. I ain't holding no farts in. I'm letting them farts be free, mate. Them farts are completely free, mate. Like, not even like a little bit. Why do you think I have a noise gate on my microphone? You can't hear when I go. But yeah, it's everything. I just feel tired, if I'm honest. Yeah, you know. That was a good one. That is a good one. Oh, I stink. Oh. So, as I was saying, big shout goes out to Capamon. You know what? I'm rating the Capamon route, boy. Yeah, I like the Capamon. Um, as I was saying, I've got to. I'm my harshest critic, believe it or not. No, Robot is the one. Robot is the one. I'm my harshest critic. Like I, I. How can I explain this? I am so hard on myself to try and be better. I actually demonstratively put myself down and hold myself back. And I know that most people in this world do the same thing as well. They will hold themselves back. They will say, I can't do this, even if they can do it. Even if they're capable of doing it, they'll say, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Or I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough. We are good enough. And we need to realize that in itself is a truth. We are good enough. We do deserve stuff. And obviously, we got to work towards stuff. Nothing's going to be handed to us, especially not in this world, unless you're already rich, and that's materialistic. But it is so hard, Max. I'm going to call you Max. I'm going to protect your name. I'm going to call you Max. Yeah, everyone is their own worst critic because yeah, you really harden yourself. Like Maxwell is obviously a DJ as well. I'm a DJ as well. You know, sometimes you do a mix, yeah, and you think, oh, that mix was so rubbish. I just messed up all over the place and did whatever. And then randomly someone walk up to you and go, mate, that was wicked. How did you do that? How long you been? And you're thinking, no, that weren't that way. I messed up. I know I messed up. And that's what I mean about that's a way for me to verbalize being your own worst critic. Because even if you think you've done something completely wrong, there's going to be other people who think you've done something completely right. And we need to get over society. Yeah, you know, but you know that, innit? Echo Out is amazing. It's like my most used effect ever. But yeah, we are our own worst critics. Oh, that's good. What are you gonna go as? What are you gonna go as? Yeah? And don't say Ominu Jaku, alright? Don't say it, because I will crack up at you. I just blatantly showed my age, even though, like, you can't see me. Oh, okay, as long does it involve a mask? But or he's gonna go as he's gonna get a traffic cone and go as Pyramid Head, isn't it? Traffic cone head. And he's gonna get a traffic cone, and then he's gonna get a Buster Sword. Then he's gonna be a mismatch of Pyramid Head and Cloud Strife. Yeah, exactly that, Max. Exactly that. Yeah. There is always someone better than you. It's part of life. Pyramid Strife. Yeah, and I know full well I'm not the greatest at what I do. I know I'm good at what I do. Yeah. I've been doing it so long. I'm not the greatest. That's why in one way, I wish the way I play games I could transmit over to other parts of my life. Because I know full well I'm not the greatest gamer out there in the world. But I still have fun doing it. Yeah? I still have a lot of fun gaming. And that shows. That's why I don't mind if I'm playing on this and I'm getting beaten. Because I'm still having fun. If I can transfer that skill to other parts of my life, it will make life a lot more bearable and a lot more easier for me. And it's something I want to impart onto my kids as well. Something like that, some kind of skill like that. Because I think that would be good for them. It's a type of resilience, I think. And obviously, as things have rattled on and rattled on and rattled on, I'm actually waiting for the Murder Hornets to come out because I'm sure they're due. I'm sure they're due. But the thing is, you're still having fun while you're doing it, innit, Max? So that's why it's cool. That's why I actually enjoy the streams where people are not perfect and they die and they do this because it shows one of the greatest things about humanity, which I'm hoping will bear fruit. We are resilient creatures. We are good at adapting. And if we lose, most of us, unless we're that low, will dust ourselves off, pick ourselves back up, start moving forward again. That's what I'm hoping society can do right now. Because right now, it feels like we've been knocked on our butt. We've got a situation with a virus that, yes, is not a mega killer, but it's a pretty high it kills a lot more people than where our even UK government are telling us about, because they're not including care homes. Yesterday, for instance, you missed 400 and something people off the list. Come on now. We've got the highest death rate in Europe. if you go by the EU, the 27 member states, we're at the top of the worst table we possibly could be. And that don't sit good with me as well. Yeah? Because we shouldn't. And that's where I feel, as a British person, because I am British, born in Chelsea. I do have Jamaican, Caribbean heritage, Jamaican and Barbados, but I was born in Chelsea. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here where we are right now. We're better than that. And we need to show it. We need to deal with it. Because at the moment, it doesn't feel like we couldn't. Well, actually, I can't even say we, because we're just the people. Say just the people, but we're the 99. And whether we like it or not, how things are set up, the 99 has to follow the 1%. That's how it is. Yeah, that is exactly how it is. But we need to get. I don't know how we're going to do it. If anyone has any ideas how we're going to do stuff, we need to do it. We need to find a better way, as that video says. The one with a 46-year-old, the 31-year-old, and the 16-year-old at the thing in Minneapolis. Oh, Sylvian, if you are going to watch this or do anything, I hope you are well. And I hope that you're safe and that your community is not going to mend just yet, but it's going to stabilize. I hope that is what's going to happen for you. But yeah, as I say, yeah, we need to find a better way than what's happening now, because right now nothing's changing. Yeah, and it needs to change. I'm worried about my kids. I've got 3 kids. Yeah, got a 17-year-old who's probably more mature than I am. 14-year-old who is also probably more mature than I am, and a 7-year-old. Me and him are probably about the same maturity. You're a little bit more mature, yeah. Yeah, but I gotta look out for them. I gotta make sure that they're okay, and that's one of the things that makes me worry about how things are now, because things can either go up or they can go down. I don't know if we've reached rock bottom yet. Yeah, we'll find out in a couple of days more if we have reached rock bottom. From bottom, the only way is up. And I say that from someone, I am someone who had a breakdown in 2006. I couldn't cope with everything. Society got to me. I hadn't built resilience up. Well, I had built resilience up, but it got chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. Different situations. I nearly got sectioned. If it wasn't for certain friends and family, I probably wouldn't be here. I'm being honest with you. I probably would not be here. I would not be able to do this conversation, because I got to the point in life where I thought maybe the world is better without me on it. And that's where I reached. That was the lowest I've ever been in my whole life. Brief synopsis on that. This is me actually coming out and saying it, which is quite a big thing for me. I lost access to my little girl, which started the ball rolling. I then lost my job. I then lost my flat. I lost my car. And I had to end up moving back into my mum's. I lost everything. Everything. Yeah. The only thing I didn't, but the thing is, I say I lost everything. That's the materialistic side of things. Yeah. I gained a hell of a lot more. I realised that there are people in this world, whether I like it or not, they love me and they'll make sure that I'm okay. They'll check in on me. Yeah. One of my best friends in the whole world. I like we we're from school, and the leather ball, you know, the leather ball that we all used to play with in school. He kicked it and it broke my glasses, and I was so upset. And I thought, all that's going to happen after my glasses broke, I'm going to get a beating. So me and him had a fight in it. That's what you do when you're at school. You have a fight. But now he's a brother to me. Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's exactly where I was. I ended up homeless. I had to move in with my mum. Now imagine, yeah, how 2006. That's 14 years ago. So I am 20. I'm 26, and I had to move back into my mum's and rebuild my life. Yeah. Now James, as I said, my mate James H man, he came into a bit of money, which is lucky. We've always been friends since school, and he literally, I kid you not, came to my mum's and said, "Right, we're going for a drive." And I was like, "Where are we going?" He said, "Look, we're going for a drive." So we went for a drive, and he went up to. We ended up in just behind Woolwich Arsenal, and he said, "Oh, I want to show you this flat." And I was like, "What do you mean you want to show me this flat?" So I went upstairs. He said, "I'm thinking of buying it." So I went upstairs, looked at it. I said, "Oh, this is nice, you know. Like, it was a penthouse flat. It's really nice, 2 bedroom, everything." And I said, "Oi, you should buy this." And he went, "Well, I have." And then he gave me the keys. And he said, "When you're back on your feet, this will help you get back on your feet." He literally took time out of his own life, took some of his money, bought a flat, and let me live in it. Now, at this time, I I wasn't coherent really. I was in a bad way. My mum had to help me fill out all the forms and everything to keep to be able to pay the rent and so on and so forth. And I literally had to build my whole life up. And without help of someone like him, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it wouldn't have happened because he helped me. He helped me build my life back up. And now my life is a million years. I now have a very close relationship with my daughter. She FaceTimes me. She WhatsApp me pictures. She does. Even through all this lockdown, we spoke virtually every day. Um, she comes and visits me every other weekend when she can, obviously. And she knows I'm her dad, and I know she's my daughter. Um, and now, literally, got to. I'd stop DJing. I'd stop doing everything. There, I literally broke down. I couldn't cope anymore. Um, Started DJing again. Ended up in Ramsgate at the Sovereign. People know the Sovereign. They'll know. They'll know. Built my life back up. Met my wife. Got married. Started a family. Now that's what I have. So even though I lost everything, well, I thought I'd lost everything. But the thing was, I tried to blame myself about what happened with my daughter. Now, as you've noticed, one of the things I haven't done, and I will never do it, because I'm not gonna insult the mother of my eldest child. I'm not gonna do that because that's not constructive. Because at the end of the day, she's still the mother of my eldest child, and I need to respect her for that. Yeah, I need to respect her for that. Yeah. Okay, so it was a bit different for you. So it was the whole lifestyle. See, it was kind of the opposite. I decided I wanted to try and get a proper job to supplement the DJing, and then it didn't quite coexist. I was training up to be a manager, store manager for Maplin Electronics, and I was training up other managers, but I was never getting paid for it. And then another manager came in. He tried a thing. I'm being very PG about this. He tried a thing. It never was going to happen. He then got upset. She then got me a final written warning for something that was BS, complete BS. Um, and that was just literally after I'd lost access to my daughter. So I wasn't able to cope at all. It's like all the safeguards you build into yourself, the resilience your parents try to build into you to keep on going no matter what happens, never give up. That eroded, that failed, and I couldn't do. I couldn't operate. I just glitched. I Johnny Fived all over the place, and just just malfunctioned. Yeah, it very sad point of my life, and I hope that I hope I never get there again. Let's put it like that, because that was very low, very dark days. My cousin, crazy, he literally saved my life about 4 times. It was emotional. That's why he's always my dog, because without him, he's one of the people I wouldn't be here. Getch as well. He's always kept me on the straight and narrow. Smiley as well. Always kept me on the straight and narrow. There's lots of people I I owe them gratitude. I owe them total gratitude, because without them, I really, and to get that shows me that there's definitely good in this world. There's definitely good in this world. There's a whole leap of good in this world. But at the moment, it's being overshadowed by the messed up stuff. Yeah, totally being overshadowed by the messed up stuff. And getting back onto the I'm gonna say it's culturalism. Getting back onto the culturalism, it is it's people say it's racism, but for me that doesn't work, because we're all one race. We're all the human race. So I can say culturalism. To get people over culturalism and having to endure that all through my life, and just dealing with things and not wanting it to happen to your kids and so on and so forth, it makes you tired. It drains you. That's a good way to say about 2006 for me. It literally drained me. It's like someone had left the lights on and there was no energy in the battery, and I wouldn't start. But I'm started now. I'm in a very good place with my family. Obviously, there's other situations. Nothing ever goes away. We've got to appreciate the good we've got, try and deal the best to our ability, the bad we have. No, nothing's perfect for virtually anyone. Everyone's got something going on in their life. Yeah, that's one thing you have to take into account. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because to be honest, there's no need to hate. Yeah, because I'm not being funny, but because I have more melanin in my skin, that means I'm an enemy. That's not right. Not in any way, shape, or form. That's not right at all. That's like Collier was saying to me today. I spoke to him earlier. He said he's had to have a Facebook cull as well and get rid of some people. And he said he shut someone down so badly this morning. Yeah. He said, look, you've got something that will class you as LGBTQT. But people can't tell that when you're walking along the street. They'll just see a white man and carry on. Normal. But for a black person, there's no way they can hide that. And when certain people look at certain people the other way, they look at you a certain way, or they'll do something, and you're thinking, do I deserve that? Because you don't deserve that. No one deserves that. Yeah? It's so sad. I think that's the main overall thing. I'm like 41, gonna be 42 this year. And I really hoped by now, 2020, things would have moved forward. We wouldn't be where we are right now. I thought one of the greatest things that happened in local black history was 12 Years a Slave, believe it or not. Because there was a time when that film. Why won't they let you have a body pillow? But yeah, 12 Years a Slave. It that film broke a lot of boundaries down. Yes, me and my mum went to see it. By the end of the film, certain people in the cinema were edging away. You could tell their body language was edging away from all the black people who was there because they felt guilty. Yeah. I don't know. Yes, it was their ancestors. I think that's one of the reasons I haven't got a chip on my shoulder about it. Yes, it was my ancestors who went through that. Yes, it was their ancestors who caused that. But as a whole, society has come a long way from then. Hopefully, I'm not going to go out on the street and get hung because I look like someone who I shouldn't do. Or I get flogged in the middle of the or I get flogged in the middle of the street for everyone to see. Hopefully. Or I can go onto a bus and only have to sit at the front and not be allowed to sit at the back. Yeah? Or not be allowed into a bar because it says white people only and so on and so forth. Get where I'm going with this? Silent Hill traffic cone edition. But yeah, society has come a long way from them days. But even so, now I can't, I cannot like it. But in Bermondsey, which is in London, every year they have a National Front rally. Now I know full well for that day, I cannot go to Bermondsey because if I go to Bermondsey, I'm probably going to hold a beating by some ignorant, racist, culturist, whatever you want to call it. Yeah? Just because I have more melanin in my skin. Now, that's not as bad as it is in America. Because in America, people literally are stopped in their car and they don't know if they're going to live or not. They don't know if they get stopped in the car, they go to reach for something, the police officer immediately assumes they've got a gun and shoots them dead. We've even seen that on a Facebook Live where someone was shot dead on a Facebook Live. And then people want to say, that the Black Lives Matter is not good because all lives matter. Yes, all lives do matter, but only when Black Lives Matter too. And at the moment where I'm sitting down, because I am sitting down, I'm not standing. Where I'm sitting down, don't look like Black Lives Matter that much. Doesn't. And the thing is, there's a lot of our culture that is incorporated into modern culture. Like modern most modern dance music has history in disco. Yeah? Has history in Afrobeats. Has history in everything. But we're not celebrated for that. Not all the time. That's why I was really quite sad when Mobo came out. Now, I'm not sad when Mobo stopped. Mobo was music of black origin, which was an award ceremony held there in the UK. Exactly, Max. Exactly. Exactly. Because I'm the problem. Yeah? Which is unfair. Because that's an assumption. That's a total assumption. But it's an assumption, and in a sad way, I hate to put it this way, I've come to accept. Your life does matter. All life matters. All lives. All life. But Black Lives Matter too. And that's the message. I do understand some people say that Black Lives Matter is divisive and so on and so forth. If you added two to the end, TOO, you add that to the end, there's no way that it's divisive. That's why I did that on the title. Yeah? It's not divisive when that happens. Because Black Lives Matter too. That's where it comes down to. Matter too. I think you're insane because you're you. But I also think that you're in a unique standpoint where you are able to understand everything that's going on, but your parents are still able to shield you from it to a degree. Yeah? So you're lucky in that respect. I don't envy you, but I can see that you're lucky in that respect because you don't have to worry too much about the roof over your head or the electricity bills being paid or having enough food to feed the family and so on and so forth. Your mum and dad take care of that, which is a good thing. I miss that. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it, Max. That's a really good way. Because when you're clearly a tourist, they do target you all the time. But that's what's happened to me my entire life because of the melanin in my skin. Yeah, I can hold a better tan. That's about it, innit? We don't basically the one thing I hope that comes out of this whole movement is that people start to realize that clearly shouldn't exist and we should. Well, I'm not a foe, without a doubt. Definitely not a foe. I'm definitely a friend. Well, I hope I am anyway. It's up to you how you view me. If you don't view me as a friend, I can't change that, can I? But yeah, it's the way things are, the way everything is. It all needs to change. it can't carry on. Yeah. I just feel a bit rejected. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind Big Bro as well. That's what I try to be to virtually everyone. I try to be that big brother. It's the eldest syndrome. All the eldest know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's your top lip, you know. Your top lip is too near to your nose, mate. But yeah, yeah, but your forehead's bigger than mine, mate. You got a 4x4 head, a 16 head, innit? Oh, I'll start calling you Pyramid Strife, mate. Get your Buster Sword. But yeah, I, in one way I'd say social media and media is a good thing. In other ways, it's a bad thing. Yeah, that's a good idea. Um, because I have seen a lot of solidarity with where I am, and a lot of people saying, "Nah, this can't happen anymore. We stand with you. We support you. Don't watch that. We understand. We empathize with. We can't sympathize, but we empathize with, and we see that things are wrong and they're broken." And then in the same breath, I've had to get rid of some people. I really have had to get rid of some people because I can't deal with the rubbish that's getting spouted. I just can't deal with it. Like, story for you. Well, not a story, it's actually true. Yakanori time. All Lives Matter is actually being misappropriated by far right people, believe it or not. And they use that hashtag to try and dilute and belittle the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, by using the All Lives Matter hashtag or phrase, it's trying to create divisiveness with Black Lives Matter. That's why I say to add the two after it, which I haven't done. This is an image that my wife sent me, and I've put it there so people can see that it is there, and they can see from the cap I'm on as well that it is actually live, and hear my voice as well, obviously. Um, but yeah, that All Lives Matter has been hijacked to dilute the Black Lives Matter, and you see a lot of people using it who shouldn't be using it. And then what's upset me, people I'd consider friends, people in real life who I would have gone round their house, had a cup of tea with them, jammed, watched a movie, had a mix, had a barbecue, done whatever, meet up with our families and that. But yeah, that's the thing though, Max. So many people have come out with that and tried to say it's not only Black Lives Matter, you know, it's all lives matter. All life is sacred. But the Black Lives Matter is not saying that that's not the point. The Black Lives Matter movement says Black Lives Matter too. And the best way, you see, I've seen quite a lot of memes. There's no memes really being said today because of the Blackout Tuesday. But one of the best ways to explain it, two ways I see, two ways, is you go to a house, go to a barbecue, yeah, and say, and someone called Bob, not Bob Marley, but someone called Bob, Bob's not eating. Everyone else has a plate of food, but Bob's not eating. So Bob says, Bob's belly matters. And then someone else says, but all belly matters. Not just Bob's, all bellies. Bob's still not eating, you know. Bob's still sitting down there hungry and his belly's growling, isn't it? So until Bob's belly is sorted, that shows that not all bellies matter. Because Bob's belly's still growling while everyone else is still eating. And the other way to put it is there's a street and a house is on fire. Now, the fire people, if all lives was there, they'd be spraying down every single house. Yeah? Every single house would be getting a bit of water. But that house is still on fire. It's not getting enough water because every house is getting it. Until that house is out of fire, then you spray all the houses. So that's two ways to look at it. If you don't quite get it, yeah, it at the moment things ain't equal, and the worst thing I can say about it, as a black man out here, I'm gonna keep saying I'm a black man because I'm a black man. We're talking about I'm a black man, but as a black man out here, I know full well it's not going to change overnight. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and everyone's whole attitude's going to change because that's never going to happen. But what we need to do now as a society is constructively change the whole of society to value everyone, no matter what creed you are, what color you are, whatever, you are all equal. Not uniform, because uniformity and equality are two completely different concepts, even though some would say the end product is the same. It isn't. We are all equal. Yeah? That's where we need to get to. A level playing field for every single person. Yeah? When we get to that, society can move forward. Because at the moment, from where I stand or where I'm sitting, society seems to have stagnated. Yeah? It's not it's not moving forward. It seems we're in a groundhog day of sorts. Because the best way to explain it is the boom and bust. Boom and bust. Get a nice bit of good life, and it all comes crashing down. A nice bit of good life, and it all comes crashing down. You need to break out of that circle. Yeah? And I say this as a society as a whole, not just about black lives now. I'm saying society as a whole. Because it should really be, in my opinion, it should really be not a fact of me getting pulled while I'm driving and the wife doesn't. They should be able to see both of us and not look at the colour of my skin and immediately assume that, oh, hold on, he's driving a BMW. He must be selling drugs. That's not how it works, you know, because I don't even do drugs apart from what the doctor prescribes me. Trust me, and even then I don't want to do them. Even then the wife's always telling me, have you taken your antihistamines? I'm like, "No, do I have to?" But I don't like them assumptions. It gets to you after a while. You get a bit cranky with it. Yeah. And one of the most throwaway comments I hear, which is I hear it a lot, and it does kind of wind me up, is "You're all right for a black guy, aren't you?" Like, what does that mean? Like, actually, fully, what does that mean? You should be saying you're a white person. Yeah. yeah, I thought that like have a chip on your shoulder and be like, I, burning a spliff and doing all this. No, mate, I don't need to do all that. I live my life how I want to a degree. I can't live my life completely how I want to. Can't afford it. But that's neither here nor there. But I don't adhere to stereotypes, not really. Apart from the chicken one, yeah. I'm not gonna lie about that. The chicken one is a go. Yeah. Literally, eggs is God's way of letting you eat chickens in the morning, blood. See, I can have a laugh and joke about it. I get. Easy, Collier. No, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it, mate. I'm not knocking it at all. Yeah, I'm just saying that I don't smoke. I don't smoke the reefer. Yeah, I don't even smoke like cigarettes or anything. Yeah, right. I can't. If I started smoking now, I would have an asthma attack straight away, mate. I would have a dirty asthma attack. I'd be like hacking up all my lungs and everything. It'd be mad. That's why I'm not doing it. But I just going back in time. Big shot goes out to Mace. But yeah, I'm just hoping that the sad thing that happened to George Floyd, rest in peace. But I'm hoping that now society unites and we move forward and become the greatness that we're destined to become. We are destined to become great. May not happen in my lifetime, may not happen in my children's lifetime. Somewhere along the line, we are going to become greatness. We're going to be jetting around the solar system like Star Wars and Star Trek, so on and so forth. Yeah? That's us, the human race. We are going to be great. Not saying we're not great at the moment, but we're far from perfect. You know that. You know that. And we need replicators. We definitely, all of us need replicators. You know how cool that would be? You wake up in the morning and go, oh, can't bother to cook. Full English, please. That would be epic. Yeah? But it's the way Star Trek looks, it looks like a utopia right now. Yeah? A proper utopian society. Yeah? Because if you think about it, I know this is going to sound a bit deep, but you got to correlate a couple of things with Star Trek here. In the whole of Star Trek, in that whole universe, apart from Ferengi, of course, yeah. But when people are on a starship, do they complain about not having enough money to eat? Or do they just go to a replicator and get what they want and then carry on? Exactly. No, but that is the truth. That is the truth. Exactly. They work together to better themselves. That's what we as human beings are capable of. We're able to work together. We're able to better ourselves. Yeah? If you think about it, 100 years ago from now, even no, actually, I can go back 20. Did I go back that far? Actually, no, I will go back 20 years ago, yeah? Actually, I'll go back even a little bit further. 25 years ago, 1995. We had internet where you could not use your house phone. You had dial-up internet. Now, if you went on the internet, you'd normally get yelled at someone to come off the internet because they're expecting a phone call. And when I say that when you had dial-up internet, it would take you about 5 minutes to connect to the internet, and then about another 5 minutes to load the page you wanted to read. You could literally go to load a page, go and make a cup of tea, and then come back and hope that your page had loaded. Now, literally, I pick up my phone or my iPad, I type in a web page, it comes up instantly. I can scroll through, look at something else, and then maybe get a phone call or a FaceTime on it. That wasn't there 25 years ago. Yeah? So, yes, we can move forward. We show that on a general thing. The other way I try to say to the kids as well, if like Munchkin, for instance, will say, Dad, I can't do it. I say, look, mate, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. You got to check it like this, mate. When you was a baby, you couldn't even wipe your own bum. And now look at you. You're a little pro. He laughs when I say that. But it's a truth, innit? When you're a baby, all you can do is cry, eat, not even eat, drink milk, and poop, fart yourself and scare yourself. Which is really quite funny when he did that. I'm not going to lie, that was really quite funny when he did that. But that's what you do as a baby. And now my man is running around. He would destroy me at Rocket League. He'd destroy me at Fortnite. Yeah? Tries to think he's a faster runner than me, but that ain't going to happen. Yeah? And it's just amazing watching him grow. Not when you've had too much to drink there. But it's, we as people need to realise that if we put our mind to something, we can do it. Like I remember when I was first learning how to DJ, this is quite a good story actually, because it is the truth. When I was first learning how to DJ, I literally was 12 years old. I was doing a paper round. I saved my money for a couple of months. And if anyone remembers this shows their age. The loot papers. Used to get a loot paper. Is a different colour every day that it came out. And you see adverts in it for stuff to buy. And you'd phone it up and hope that it hadn't sold yet. Now you've got Gumtree and Marketplace and eBay and so on and so forth. This is way before all of that. So the loot newspapers, I've had to go Acton for one DLP 1R. And then I got a really good deal and I went to Uxbridge for a DLP 3R. These are SoundLab turntables. Now, trust me when I say this, yeah? If you're a DJ and you learn to mix on SoundLabs, you can use anything to mix on. Anything to mix on. Because they were that bad. They were that bad. But they were decks. I got them. I then saved up my money and waited to get a mixer. Now, this is when Tandy was still open. See, this is when you know that I'm old, innit? Because most people are thinking, what's a Tandy? Or a Radio Shack? Who, yeah, one of them bought out the other or something. I remember I had a dodgy realistic mixer. That had no EQs on it or whatever. You could only just do up and down fader. You had a crossfader that never worked because it was so battered. All 1200s are bad around 0. It gets on my nerves. When I get to that point when I'm mixing on this, I'm like, mate, I'm jarred. Yep. you know. So I had all this dodgy stuff. I locked myself in my bedroom for about 3 months. Now, bearing in mind, yeah, I had 4 records that I was able to buy after I paid out for all of them. I had Rip Groove, Tina Moore. No, Rip Groove. No, it was even before that. Actually, nah. That's when I learned how to. No. Closer Than Close. Actually, how far am I going back? I don't even think I'm going far back enough because I had to learn how to mix house afterwards, innit? No, for Jungle, I had B recordings, um, purple one, blue one, something else. Yeah. No, I knew about the pits because my I grew up around Jamaican sound systems. I used to be at Notting Hill Carnival every year, just hanging around a sound system, and like the bass was immense all the time. I loved it. Um, that's what kind of made me go into music, which is quite cool. And I knew what everything was, but I wasn't allowed to touch my dad's equipment. If I broke it, I probably would have died, didn't it? um, but yeah, I locked myself in my room. No, it was 92 when I did that. I'm trying to think what change was around 92. I remember I had some dodgy, not now you call that music, but some other double or triple album and something else. And my mum's old Michael Jackson song musics and that. I got in bare trouble because I remember scratching my mum's Michael Jackson record and she was not happy with me, mate. Not happy with me at all. Because it was an original Off the Wall. She was not happy with me. Because that had Pretty Young Thing on it. And yeah. But anyway, that's another story. But I locked myself in my room for literally 3 months to learn how to mix. And I was so happy when I got my first mix in. No one was there to teach me it. Literally, when I was growing up, this is going to make me sound like such a tragic story, but it's a true story. My dad left when I was about 11. It was only me, my mum, and my sister. Um, that's why I had a paper round, I had a milk round because I wanted the games consoles and I wanted all this. Yeah, but that's how a lot of things start. So I remember when I was a bit older, in 95, 96, there was a tower block in Catford called Milford Towers. And that was where I did my first radio station. Yeah, first pirate radio station. I'd done a house party in Peckham before that, and that was scary. I don't think I've ever shook so much ever in my life. The pirate radio station wasn't scary, but to set the mood, Milford Towers was rough. When I say rough, I mean the place where we done this, was a flat that had a security door behind it, metal grates on the front, and it when you went into the front room, and I kid you not, there was people suiting up in this front room. You went through to the kitchen, and you had to have the music really, really low, so no one got caught, and the police couldn't find you. It was police and DTI in them days. Yeah, and you just done your thing. And it was nice to get little shout outs because that was when you used to have the Mercury phone, as Loz said, and 1-to-1, which is now T-Mobile. And what you used to do was you used to get a M150, use that for about a month or two, and then you'd change your name, and then you'd get an M300 or an M301. Use that for a couple of months, and then change your name. And that's how things was back in them days. I was a little, yeah, I was a bit roguish. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it was back in the day. To be honest, some of the situations I put myself in back in the day, I don't even know how part of me's still here. Yeah, some of the situations I look at them now and I think you were mad, mate. Yep, there you go. You get free phones. You'd hack a phone because I've always been kind of computer literate. You could before phones got SIM cards, they were analog, and then you could use the network, but you could hook it up to a computer and change a number on the IMEI, and then you'd have free calls. It was so dodgy back then. That's why they'd done all that stuff, and then if you got caught doing that, you got 6 years, bird, and whatever. And that's part of the reason when I said, you know what, I can't keep living like this because there's actually stuff in this world I don't want to lose, like my life. I want to be alive. I want to live a good life. I want to be an upstanding citizen, really. Yeah. Could have gone one or two ways. Because obviously, if you if you're on a pirate radio station, it's in a crack house, because that's basically what it was. You could go down the other route, innit? But I realised I was better than that. I want to be better than that. And then it was quite mad because after doing that radio station, I ended up in a yeah, definitely, definitely. After I was doing that radio station, I'd done that for a while, and then Coach and Horses in Lewisham. They had heard me on a radio station, and they got me involved. I was DJing down there for a while. Then from Coach and Horses, I ended up DJing in the Fridge, Notting Hill Carnival, Ibiza, which is quite funny actually, because Ibiza I never bought any records with me, but I still ended up DJing out there. That was in '99. I ended up in Beckenham. Beckenham was Flatfoot Sam's, and I ended up in Langtry's nightclub for 8 years. Langtry's shut about 2005. That's where I met the mother of my eldest, and obviously had a little girl. Well, I didn't physically have her. I can't. I'm Mel, but had my little girl. 2005, the club shut down. 2006, that's when I decided I'm going to get a proper job because I thought the club was going to be open forever. When you're young, you think stuff like that, don't you? You think, oh, this life's going to carry on forever. I ain't going to have to change or do anything. So I went into Maplin. Jimmy, the manager, was really impressed with me because I knew how to do a lot. No, it never really has. It's nice to reminisce at times. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's so nice. It's like I did Gas Club, Buzz Bar, Hippodrome, Equinox. I did Scala. I did a baby women ministry once. I've been around a bit actually, if I'm honest. I've been around a hell of a lot in a DJing thing. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have. Imagine a man. Imagine if a man was going to have a baby. That'd be painful. That'd be so painful. But yeah, I was at Maplin. Then I wasn't able to see my little girl. We're not going to go too much into that. Oh, it hurt. That's that hurt. That really. When I was when access was denied to me, that hurt. Yeah, that is one of few times in this world where That really hurt. And it sent me a bit doolally. Then I ended up losing my job. Then losing your job. There is another incident I can tell you, which kind of ties in with this Black Lives thing as well. Because the other reason I lost my job with the final written warning was I was not at my job at my best after that. But then I was going through Crystal Palace in a BMW. No, Sydenham in a BMW. The police went past me. They saw that I was a young black guy in a BMW. They spun their van around, chased me down, pulled me over, came up with some BS about me smoking when I don't even smoke in the first place, dragged me out the car. Another six to nine of them turned up as well and beat me up on the road. Like, I'm not even lying to you. I held a beating because I wasn't the person they wanted. Yeah? Not a happy point in my life. One of the quite lowest points in my life, actually, because that's when I realised that being black makes me a second-class citizen at times. Yeah? So I've held a beating for just being mistaken. Now, it's not like America where I could die, obviously, because it's a different kind of racism comparing the UK to the US. So obviously I'm not going to die. They're going to beat me up, but they're not going to want to kill me. Yeah? So I got all their numbers, and I went to lodge a complaint. In order for them to stop me making a complaint, they then charged me with a Section 4 and said that I resisted arrest. It probably does, Max. It probably does, right? But they charged me with a Section 4. Said I used language that would make them think that I was going to become aggressive or lash out at them. So they took necessary steps to restrain me. And I got bound over for the peace for 3 years because I hadn't done anything before that or anything I got caught for. I got bound over for the peace for 3 years. I got a fine for £1,500 for being mistaken by the police. So you got to check it, yeah? I've lost access to my daughter. I've literally held a beating from the police. I've then been bound over for the peace for 3 years. I've got a £1,500 fine, even though I held the beating. Yeah? Now I say it's a good. And then I've got all this going on with my work. I literally went, you know what, enough is enough. And I stopped operating in society. I literally just switched off. Because it all got to me, it all drained me, it all got on top of me. And that's when I had my breakdown. See, I know that I'm in a place of strength than where I was from before because I'm actually able to talk about it now. I haven't been able to talk about it for decades. For over a decade, I haven't been able to talk about it. But all those things contributed to it. And then, as I say, my friend James, he helped me out. I was on my butt. I was living at my mum's. I had nothing because I'd lost my flat because I didn't want to pay any bills, didn't want to do anything. I just withdrew into myself. Didn't want to pay nothing. I didn't want to interact with society because society had done me completely and utterly wrong. I had my mate James, Sketch, Crazy, Smiley, and my mum and my sister. Even though me and my sister have a very, very cat and dog relationship, yeah, I know she loves me dearly and I know I love her dearly. And them people there, Juice as well, yeah, they helped me build back up my life, where I am now. I'm not saying life is perfect. Life is never perfect, especially if you strive to be the best you can be. I thought I had a really, really good job before Christmas. I thought I was safe and I was making a career. And then I lost that job when I asked for a fuel card, which really hurt as well. When everyone else had a fuel card and everyone else had a company car, and I was using my own car, my own fuel. But anyway, that's another story. I really thought that's what I mean about getting on with your life, moving forward, thinking everything's moving forward, everything's moving good, and something else happens and stops you. So think about it. With I've had certain situations like when my dad left me. Is going back to when I'm 11. My dad left me, but he did a bit of a dodginess with the house, and then my mum couldn't pay the mortgage, and then we ended up losing that house, and I was homeless. I was actually living by myself at the age of 16. Actually living by myself in my own flat. I was too old to go into care. Yeah, I was too young to be a full adult, and there wasn't such things as supported housing back in them days. I remember the first day I moved into my flat in Brockley, and I could say this is my own flat. I've moved into my flat, and for the first days, I didn't have any furniture because I didn't have any money. I've had quite a messed up life when I think about it, to be honest. How am I still here? But yeah, I didn't have any furniture, so I remember for the first couple of days before my crisis loan, my budgeting loan came through, which I had to get from the job centre. I had to sleep in my bath at night. I didn't have no chairs, no nothing. Didn't have no TV or anything. I just had some walls, and I had to go to the chip shop to eat, and I had to sleep in my bath until the bed got delivered after my thing. And that took about 3 or 4 days. Yeah. So yeah, life hasn't been good, and if a more cynical person would look at the melanin content in me and say that's been the cause of most of your hassle. But I wouldn't say that to a point. I wouldn't say it to a degree because not everyone looks at me like that. Some people look at me like I'm dad, or I'm bro, or I'm a good friend, or this and that. They don't look at me like he's just a black man, which is good. Yeah. In some ways, there is, as I keep trying to say, I always try to hold on to hope. I blame Star Wars for that. Yeah. I totally blame Star Wars for that because I think there's always hope. But I've had pretty messed up situations in my life. I'm still here, I'm still breathing, and thankfully, I will always still try to help people in need because I know exactly what it's like to have nothing. I know exactly what it's like to be completely on your butt and just trying to survive in this horrible society we have right now. So I'll always try to help people. Some people try to take advantage for that, which is sad, but that's on them, you know. It's not on me. Definitely not on me. I try to treat everyone how I wish to be treated. And if people can't do that, I act accordingly. If you want to try and take me for idiot, I take them for idiot. Yeah? But I'm not about that all the time. I'm literally what you see, what you get, brother. You ain't seeing much at the moment because it's a blackout Tuesday. But I will treat you how you treat me. I will try and help you if I can because I would like people to be able to help me as has happened to me in the past. Yeah? If people hadn't helped me, I wouldn't be here. to withhold help from people, to me, is not a good look. We have to help people. We have to be there for people. Yeah. If we're able to do something, and you're able to do it, if you're in a position to be able to do it, help people. Big shout goes out to Collier. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna go into it, but big shout goes out to Collier. Yeah. He is literally a brother from another mother as well. He was able to help. He's in a position to. They did it. Because he knows full well that if it was reversed, if I was in a position to, I'd help him as well. And that's what I mean about treating other people how you wish to be treated. Yeah? And I think that's something that's missing out of society at the moment. Because there's a lot of people out there who are only about them. You're only, I'm all right, Jack. Doesn't affect me. Yes, that's the sad thing about it, Max. That's the sad thing about it. That's the really sad thing about it. Yeah? But most of the people I surround myself with now, obviously the odd one gets through. Most of the people I surround myself with now, exactly like how I am. Because one thing, birds of a feather do flock together. Yeah? And that's one thing I will always be thankful for. As long as I put in good energy and good vibes into the world, they'll come back to me. Yeah? If I'm not willing to put that in, then what you're going to get? Negativity. We don't want negativity. We want positivity and unity. And it's going to make me sound a bit mad, but love and light, trust me, that's when you know the junglist is coming out of me, innit? Right? But love and light, mate. Peace, love and unity. Yeah? Alright? Because until we've achieved that, which we haven't, if you're honest with yourself, you look at society as a whole, peace, love and unity isn't there yet. Yeah? We've got a lot of fear in society. Peace, love and unity ain't there yet. And that's where we need to be at. When we get there, in my lifetime, I'll be eternally thankful. Then we just got to hope that we keep it there. Yeah? Because when we're able to keep it there, we will do great things as the human race. We will be great. We will mature something. You know, like how the caterpillar turns into a butterfly? It feels like we're just about to enter into our cocoon right now. Cocoon! You know, someone's going to try and sample that and try to say that I said something else, isn't it? Anyway, I giving people ideas now, ain't I? But yeah, we as a human race are more than capable of great things. Yeah, just have to work together to attain it. Yeah, that's exactly how I look at it. Probably not in my lifetime, mate. Not as if I'm old enough to see it. But then the way you got to look at it, I know this sounds mad, but another way you got to look at it, look at South Africa. Look at South Africa. That is like a perfect case study right there. Because apartheid. Yeah? Nelson Mandela didn't. I'm not saying I'm Nelson Mandela, by the way. Do not get that twisted. He's one of the greatest men in the world. But Nelson Mandela spent however many years in a prison and saw in his lifetime black people were free. Obviously, there's still inequality in South Africa, which hasn't been eradicated, but he saw that happen in his lifetime. It took a good couple of decades, but he saw it. Yeah, there is hope. Yeah, places like South Africa. If you lived in South Africa, you can tell that it's not perfect. Yeah, but it's better than what it used to be. And that's what I want society to get to the point of where we move forward. I'm not saying things are going to be perfect straight away, because let's be real, we're humans. Nothing's going to be perfect. But I want them to be better than where they are now. Because right now, there's a whole heap of division, a whole heap of hate, a whole heap of fear. And we don't need that. Yeah? We need to unite, come to a peace. I'm not going all Lethal Weapon 2, not too much. I hope I'm not going too much. But we need to unite, find a better place and work together. And I'm hoping that the positive out of such a negative that was George Floyd's death, that happens. Yeah? That people unite, come together, and we better ourselves. I think that should be the objective, what we should aim for. Yeah, that's a good bit. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I know that there's people around me who feel the same way that I do. And I know that there's people who um I know there's people who feel afraid to stand up and say this is wrong or whatever. And for the people who feel like that, please don't feel that way. Please don't feel that way. Because if you stand up, the more people who stand up, the more stronger we are. The more people who unite, the more stronger we are. Yeah? And part of it, you got to look at it, yeah? I know this is going to sound so tinfoilish, tinfoil hat syndrome, but it's the truth. People are guiding society. Don't get it twisted. People guiding society to where we are right now. Yeah? Not me or you, because we ain't got that power. But other people have got that power and they guide society to where we are right now. And the one thing they've always worried about is us as people uniting and standing up against it. Yeah? Because when we're united, we're literally like a sleeping giant. Yeah? We are a sleeping giant at the moment. Yeah? When we unite and deal with it, then we can move forward. Yeah? And that's something we badly need. Badly need. Yeah? We're not going to at the moment with this virus. Virus situation is getting on my nerves. And partly how our government has dealt with it as well. That's got on my nerves as well. Yeah? But we need to move forward. We need to move on from it. Can't hold it against people all the time. I honestly thought after Mr. Johnson had come out of hospital that his mentality would change and he would realise that, yeah, we do actually need the NHS and it shouldn't be privatised, it should stay as it is and so on and so forth. But I don't think that's happened. I honestly don't think that. I think he's still dancing to the tune of the organ grinders. Some people get that reference and others, it will go straight over their head. But the organ grinder is playing this song. not the monkey. Yeah, definitely the organ grinder. We need to take control. We need to stand up and not saying we need to be looting and pillaging and doing all that. That's not the one. Yeah. I always try and tell the kids, don't get too upset. Even though at certain times I'm the biggest hothead I know. Try to deal with things like adults. Try and reason things out. Try and talk to each other. Yeah, you may get passionate. Yeah, you may start shouting at each other. Yeah. You may go, oh, I don't believe you, blah, 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 blah. But keep on always trying to reason. And once you temper that passion and your reasoning is sound, you can make people listen. Yeah? Coughing because I need a drink. I don't think I've talked that much. um, well, but it's all a bit crazy at the moment. I just want people to realize we need to stand together, become better people, not just for us but for others as well. And we need to stop. Ah, we need to stop turning blind eyes to sin, and we need to look it clear in the face and deal with it. Because only then, when we've dealt with it, will it go away. Don't deal with it, it ain't going anywhere. Yeah, it literally is not gonna go. And it needs to do one. It needs to jog on, mate. See, that's when you can tell the London coming out of me, innit? You need to do one, mate. Jog on, jog on. It definitely needs to do one. It needs to jog on. We need to, as a society, stand up, make our voices more heard. And it ain't going to be just through activism. As Obama put in the excellent article Collier put in the WhatsApp, it ain't just activism that's going to do it. It's going to be politics as well. The way you got to look at it, whether we want to admit it or not, one of the reasons we are here where we are now is because of politics. People have become more apathetic. They've become to the point they don't want to talk about politics in case they upset someone or that they get belittled or they get found out to be ignorant and not knowing what they want about. It ain't about that though. Because if you're not even gonna converse in it, how are you gonna get more informed? Everyone needs to be informed. Everyone needs to realise. I'm not saying go down these rabbit holes because one of the reasons I have actually been culling people on my Facebook is 5G. If I hear people say that, they're gonna get on my nerves. Yeah, exactly that. Education from parents is such a big thing because there's some parents you just can't be bothered, and it's so sad to see. Yeah, the movement should hopefully inspire the parents too, though. Yeah, and this is one of the things. It ain't just about black parents. It ain't just about white parents. It's about all the parents, all creeds and colours. Yeah, need to realise we actually, you know, the best way to say it, Michael Jackson. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Yeah? That is what people should be looking at. Yeah? No one is born racist, not all. Yeah, the people are taught to be racist. Yeah, which is the sad thing about it. And people learn inherently. I could tell you a really funny story, yeah, but my wife's probably gonna get annoyed with me. But it's so funny, right? Munchkin is about 2 years old, yeah, and I know he was about that age because he was just learning how to talk. And Jew used to do school one with Joshua, right? So when Jew's driving, yeah, she gets a bit annoyed, and she goes, "Kids." Now some of you will know exactly what I cut out. In, right? So Jacob's in the back of the car, yeah. Some kids run in front of the car. What does Munchkin do? See, he wasn't born to say that, but he learned it. Yeah. We basically after that we had to teach him what naughty words was. So he knows what the naughty words are, but he knows not to say them himself. Because if he says them himself, then he knows he's in trouble. But he knows what they are. And that, in my opinion, is parents teaching children what is right. Yeah? Obviously, we had to teach him the naughty words. We had to say to him, look, this word is a naughty word. That word is a naughty word. And so on and so forth. But when he knows the naughty words, he knows why he shouldn't be saying them, then he can be informed not to say them. And if someone says them to him, he says, that's a naughty word. Why are you saying that to me? That is learning. That is teaching. That is what us, even not just parents, yeah, guardians, because we have nieces, nephews, whatever. We should be doing that with all the younger ones that we come in, not younglings, because we're not Star Wars out here. We're definitely not Anakin. You know what gets? Do you know what gets old? Never gets old in episode 3. The younglings. Anyway, right. But we have to. That's how we, as a society, we have to be. We have to start teaching people. We have to start realizing that not all knowledge is academic. Yeah, we have to teach people emotional maturity as well. In some ways, I'm very much a robot. I'm not going to say that I'm not. I am very much a robot. But in other ways, I am actually quite emotionally mature. And as I've been there, I've had nothing. I understand why some people get so upset, why some people get so despondent and think no one's looking out for them. Yeah? But people are. People are looking out for you. They are looking out. Just have to, how can I put it? See past the anguish. Yeah? Once you've seen past the anguish, there's a lot of people looking out for you. May not see it straight away, but trust me, there are. Yeah? Because that's the goodness of humanity. Yeah? There is goodness in humanity. Don't ever think that there isn't. There's definitely goodness. Goodness, there's love, there's best way to explain it is the two wolves method. Yeah? We have two wolves within us, yeah? Not running around because that will kind of hurt, but metaphorically. So we have the love, light wolf, and the dark evil. The reason I use the word evil is because it is a very apt word to use in that. Now we have a choice to feed either one of them wolves. We can feed the love and light wolf, and that will enrich us as people and enrich those around us and make them realize that if we feed that wolf, things will be better for us. Or we can feed dark evil. And it feels like people have been feeding that wolf much more of late than they should have been. And that's why we are where we are now. Like, wow. Have a cup of oh, tea, please. What? Yeah, we got two. Look at it. The best way to explain it, we got the two wolves. Got the love and light wolf, dark evil wolf. Which wolf you want to feed today? Yeah. Which wolf is going to get your sustenance to survive? Yeah. I know which wolf I feed. Sometimes the other wolf gets really, really ravenous and tries to make an appearance. But luckily, if you're feeding the other wolf, the love and light wolf, that wolf can't win. It may put up a fight, don't get it twisted, but it can't win because it's not fed. It's malnourished. Yeah? Society as a whole has to feed. Done know. You done know. I do not need no try. That is where it all comes down to. It's a balance, isn't it? You have the light side and the dark side. I could do really bad spoilers, but I'm not that guy. But everything needs balance. Oh man, it's been quite invigorating doing this actually. I've managed to get a lot more off my chest than I thought I would be able. So if you have stuck around and listened to the ramblings of Locked Down DJ, thank you so much for company and vibing off me, giving me things to talk about because it's been nice. It's actually been really invigorating. I actually feel like I actually feel better than I did this morning. Just the fact of talking it and doing this. Just the fact of talking about things, talking about certain things happening in my life. Yeah, I shouldn't have to be doing it, Max. I shouldn't have to be doing it at all. And that is the worst part of it. That is totally the worst part of it. I should be trying to play FIFA really badly and getting beat up right about now. But to be fair, I'm actually getting a lot better at FIFA. So that means a big shout goes out to Rochi, Neji, Taz, and Lee. Lee and Entalk as well for their help. And I'm nearly not a FIFA noob. But yeah, if you've kept me company, I wanted to do something different because I can't not do my stream if that makes sense. But hopefully, me doing this way is a statement, shall we say? Yeah, a statement. That's so solidarity, cause that I am heavily invested in. Yeah, I'm heavily invested in because Black Lives Matter too. Yeah, they honestly saying they're above any other life. I'm saying they matter too, and that is the whole message I wish that gets conveyed with this. Had a little bit of a biography. Well, normally I don't talk about me. Back on, innit? You've had a little bit of biography for me. You've learned that I've not had it easy. At times I've had it the opposite of easy, but I've kept on going and I haven't changed that much. Yeah? Because I've realised that there is support me in what I do. That is a lot. Yeah, I'm thankful in a way that I have good people around me. In another way, I'm sad that society is as it is right now. But honestly, the one thing I want everyone to take away from this: find another way and evolve as and at the moment it doesn't feel me that we have to get to the point where everyone's included, everyone's treated equally. Now what I really and my lifetime, I hope can and will, because as humans, better. I wish everyone well as well. They say everyone have to go out and you have to crack on with work and so on and so forth. Be a germaphobe, yeah. But the one thing I will say, I hate to put it like this, but someone coughs on me when I'm out, that's gonna be a problem. That's definitely good. I wish everyone safe. I wish everyone to get the message that Black Lives Matter too, and I hope this dream. I hope that it helps people see that they can feel powerless or do anything because we all have some sort of power. We just can't see it. We all have a superpower, as they say. One of my superpowers is adaptability, bodgeability. People know what bodgeability is. They got it, yeah. Everyone, if you got bodgeability, you know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna end. Oh God, I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you so much. I hope as things by that this holds up. Is arrogance a superpower? It could be a superpower because you know what? Sometimes arrogance gets you out of trouble, innit? Oh yeah, by the way, I will be uploading this one to YouTube, but it stays online for longer that way. So there is an NDJS Gaming YouTube channel. If you subscribe to that, I'll randomly upload stuff to it and so on and so forth. I'm trying to build that as well. That's one of the things I have noticed about Twitch before I go, that it's something to work towards. And I'm thankful for everyone who's humbling because without people's support, you're not going to get anywhere. So I'm very thankful for all the people. What I'll do, not going to do a ending. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably be will be right? Right step. Look after yourself.